Hello once again. Welcome back to the Mikey Report for November 8th, 2010. Now we go into sports, where we have quite a bit of news, including Wade Phillips being fired by Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. Did we see this coming? Yes. Did we expect Jerry Jones to go back on his word saying, "Oh, I will never fire someone in the middle of the season"? No, we didn't. Even though we expected the firing, we didn't expect Jones to do what he did. He went back on his word. That's an integrity notch down. Just saying. But before I get to major NFL news, of course, we have the Steelers playing right now against the Bengals. Steelers were up at halftime 20-7. I do not have the latest check, but we do have more. We do have some baseball news to get to, including a report saying the Yankees are offering Jeter a 3-year deal for $45 to $60 million. I mean, he's pretty much 15 to 20 million a year, so, according to a source. So they're preparing offers for Jeter, Mo, and Cliff Lee. So Cliff Lee is definitely trying to work into. They're trying to work Cliff Lee into the mix. Hopefully that'll be a good thing. Team's holding off on putting together an offer for Andy Pettit until he decides that he's coming back. So Yankees are expected to have a deal done with Jeter before either Mo or Lee. If the Yankees do manage to outbid the competition for a lead, team does not expect the deal to be done until mid-December after the winter meetings, which is understood. So we'll be looking to see what's going on with Jeter. Jeter, it's the Yankees. You knew those crazy kids were going to stick together, and you knew it was going to be expensive. So that's what we got. And some more news. Actually, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. George Steinbrenner is on the Hall ballot. The late Yankee owner will be on the Hall of Fame Veterans Committee ballot next month with former Yankee manager Billy Martin. Steinbrenner owned the Yankees from '73 until his death this year in July, and the team won 7 World Series, 11 AL pennants, and 16 AL East titles during his turbulent and blustery reign. Martin had 5 stints as the Yankees manager under George, who fired him 4 times and let him resign once. So it's gonna be, former Union head Marvin Miller will also be on the ballot, with Vida Blue, Dave Concepcion, Steve Garvey, Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry, Tommy John, Al Oliver, Ted Simmons, and Rusty Staub. Quite a bit Yankee. And Pat Gillick, retired Toronto, Baltimore, Seattle, and Philly GM, according to what the Hall said today. Candidate must appear on at least 75% of the 16 ballots. Results will be announced December 6th at the winter meetings in Florida. So we shall see what transpires between now and December 6th. And some sad news: John Miller and Joe Morgan are not returning to ESPN Sunday Night Baseball TV telecast. Their 21-year reign is over. Joe Morgan's contract expiring will not be renewed. Miller's contract also expiring, though he may remain at ESPN working on the radio telecast for Sunday Night Baseball and the postseason. So we shall see what will transpire for the Sunday Night Baseball crew. Apparently, Jason Worth is on the Red Sox radar. So we'll see what happens. We'll try to keep all the free agency things going on. I gotta check my baseball more often. But we have some crazy NFL news. Of course, we talked about the Cowboys firing Wade Phillips, because, of course, that was coming. And now Jason Garrett will be taking over on an interim basis. Paul Pasqualoni will be the new defensive coordinator. So, Jerry Jones says, I do believe Jason has a temperament, a disposition to affect the culture to change. I think this is important. So that is what the end for Phillips came after the major 45-7 loss to the Packers Sunday night, extending the losing streak to 5, and the Cowboys fell to 1-7. Allen Iverson will be playing in Turkey. In NBA news, but the NFL fined Green Bay Packers safety Nick Collins $50,000 on Monday night for his helmet. On Monday, for his helmet hit on Cowboys receiver Roy Williams. Williams said this toward Commissioner Goodell. Williams said after the game he didn't think that Goodell should punish Collins for the hit. Commissioner Goodell, here's Williams' quote. Commissioner Goodell, don't fire the guy. It wasn't that bad a video. He shouldn't get fined. It was a football play, a football player making a football play. No injury, no harm. Coach Mike McCarthy said he spoke to side judge Rick Patterson immediately after play. It was a bang-bang play, and I felt that really when I saw the replay on the Jumbotron, it looked like Nick hit Roy in the back and came up to the helmet. I understand why Rick threw the flag, and we actually talked about the mechanics of it. That's a tough call. I think the referees are doing a very good job with the awareness of player safety. But I was standing right there, and I can see what Nick Collins saw too. Ball was in the air, and he was trying to run through the proper target line, and I think he hit Roy in the top of the pads and went up into the helmet. So, you need to play tough, but you need to play in the rules. Nick Collins was playing by the rules, but hey, yeah, that didn't really. Goodell doesn't like to do that. NFL didn't hand out any discipline for the hit that gave wide receiver Austin Collie the concussion in Philly Sunday. He was hit by Quentin Michael, then took a shot to the helmet from fellow safety Kurt Coleman's helmet in the second quarter. He briefly lost consciousness and was taken off the field by a stretcher. Coleman was penalized for unnecessary roughness. However, they weren't saying they didn't do anything about fining him. And yet, there was a legit hit, and they fined him. Figure that one out. Goodell, if you're gonna be... Here's what I have to say, Roger Goodell. If you're gonna be playing, if you want to do this, then do it right. Look at the replays. Look at them intently. And be like, oh, this guy hit him in the pads, this guy didn't. This guy went helmet to helmet. I'm going to find the guy for the helmet to helmet, but not find the guy who went right into the proper target line. It's that simple. But no, Goodell doesn't listen. But instead, Goodell says, oh, players won't decide. Sorry, Troy Polamalu. Commissioner Goodell says active NFL players won't be deciding punishment for flagrant hits that merit fines. He wants to hear their opinions, though. Commissioner said Monday the league has been opposed to allowing active players or team officials get involved in deciding punishments. League recently increased its enforcement of the rules against flagrant hits. Of course, Steelers have been outspoken of the Polamalu has been outspoken about this crackdown because of teammate James Harrison being fined $100,000 for 3 hits, prompting him to talk briefly about retiring. Current players and team officials should be involved in deciding punishments, according to Polamalu's suggestion. Goodell indicated, Not gonna happen. There are league execs involved and there are former players involved. I think having active players and active front office execs is something the competition committee has always frowned on. He emphasized that he's not part of the fines process, which was set up with the Players Association. I mean, he says he's not part of it, but yet he wants to enforce these rules. Goodell, you're not making any sense. That's it. So, really, I think, and Cower, even Bill Cower said, in that, I think Michael shouldn't be fine, or either Michael or Coleman shouldn't be fine. I don't know. But you shouldn't fine someone for a legit padding hit. Like, you can be hit in the pads, but the helmet might ride up, causing a helmet to helmet, due to the simple fact that the friction of it. Helmets are glossy, they will slip, understandably. And the jerseys are like a semi-glossy. So you expect it, but you don't. If it's a visible helmet to helmet, then do the helmet to helmet. And fine. Don't go saying, oh, this is right, this is not, because it confuses the people even more. But that's all I gotta say for this, because that really burns my britches, but I'm not gonna go into a whole soapbox about it because, yeah, it's just regular Mikey report, and I don't have time to do it. So, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Mikey report. I know it was a little bit lengthy tonight, but we're trying to make it into a little, trying to make a few breaks in between. I'm Mikey Edwards. Thank you for tuning in. I'd like to thank John Harris for our spotlight, for videotaping the spotlight footage, and I'd like to thank, of course, as always, Bueller Down Videos and White Tie Design, Ray People, also Nick Hughes and EverythingNEPA.com. Check him out, and hopefully he can get a little bit more updated as these weeks progress. I'm Mikey Edwards. Thank you. I hope to see you next time, more than likely tomorrow, on the next, viewing the next Mikey report. Take care.